Hey, what's up guys? I want to do a book review. Now, this book right here is one of my favorite gun-related books I've ever purchased. Okay, this is the Ammo Encyclopedia by Michael Boussard. Alright, I got this book, gosh, I want to say, I don't want to say gosh, because I don't know why that came out. Gosh darn, I never say that. I don't know why that came out, that was weird. Let's get past that, stop living in the past, people. Moving on. Yeah, I don't should start this one over. What am I going to? All right. Yeah, I got this years ago, and it was really fascinating. It gives you every bit of information you'd ever want to know about ammunition. Okay, it basically shows every single round from, you know, obscure, strange, old-timey pistol rounds to brand new pistol rounds, rifle cartridges. There's a whole section on shotgun shells. You learn all about gauges, everything. It's really interesting, and it gets really specific. I mean, you're talking about every single little tiny dimension of every single round known to man. It's a fatty, okay? Chock full of knowledge. And I think a must-have for gun lovers everywhere, right? I love this book so much that I just recently, in the last month or so, saw there's a brand new edition. The 4th edition. Okay, this book is put out by Blue Book Publications. There's their information. And I really like the new one. There's more revisions, which I think are fantastic, which I'm going to go over for a second. Put this out of the way and come down here so we can get a better view of this. So yeah, this is the 4th edition of the Ammo Encyclopedia, okay? Really cool little cover. I mean, I think the old one was cool too. I like that old-timey type stuff, but really classy. You got, you know, like glossy, looks like actual ammo boxes here because the back's matte and it really doesn't make a difference. Who cares what the cover's like? But I'm just saying it's cool. That's all I'm saying. The first edition that I noticed opening this up and just perusing through is they have a section right in the beginning, right here, okay, where they basically have color photos of pretty much every round. But what's unique about this is that these are all actual size, life-size images, okay? So you actually get a full comparison of how big these rounds are. Look at this little tiny thing. See, before I got this book, I never even knew this existed. This is a 2.34 millimeter Swiss minigun round. Now, I think I've seen a YouTube video of a guy holding a machine gun about this big. It's like that. Maybe that's the round it shoots. But, you know, look at the variety here. And actually, I did not test this yet. I want to make sure this is actual size. I broke out my mag from my Glock 36. This is my spare mag. So I have a 45 ACP hollow point here. Let's find 45 ACP on this page. Is it on this page? 45 Colt, Magnum, 45 Casull. Let's see, try the next page. Yes, it's over here. Okay, 45 ACP. Well, here's a ball round, ball ammo. But take a look at this. There it is. It's actual size. How about that? So you get a very good visual on every single round. Okay, let's see what the breakdown is here. Current sporting rimfire cartridges, current sporting revolver cartridges. Let's take a look at that for a second, in case anyone's never seen the differences. What I like about this is actually seeing side by side the real size. Like looking at the 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum here on the bottom, over to say the 44 Magnum all the way to the left. Okay, so you think of a 44 Magnum being a massive round, right? But it looks, you know, dwarfed compared to the 500 Smith & Wesson. So just having this visual is actually really cool, really interesting. All right, so we flip through and we have, let's see, you know, current sporting pistol cartridges, current military pistol cartridges, which happen to be 7.62 by 25, Tokarev, 9mm Luger, 9 by 18 Makarov, 9 by 21 millimeter Russian SP10. I actually never heard that. And then of course 45 Auto. And then I have all these rifle rounds, and some of these are really funky. Look at this one. The 243 Winchester Super Short Magnum. That's crazy looking. Obviously a lot more powder, still a smaller projectile. But anyway, it goes on and on. You have tons and tons of calibers. Okay, this shows pretty much everything you've ever seen, heard of, and plenty more you've never seen and never heard of. Look at these beasts. Let's see. Wow. Here's that 450 or 400 Nitro Express in 3-inch. And that's the actual size. Look at that thing. It's like the same size as my pointer finger. It's a beastly round. 416 Barrett. Never even heard of that round before. All these long, skinny ones, I've never heard of any of these. Well, I know a couple of them, but the majority on this entire page is all new to me. Look at this thing. 4.5 by 40 millimeter Russian SPS. How ridiculous looking is this? This looks like something out of a cartoon. Here's the shell, and this is actual size. It looks like a knitting needle. And then here's your bullet. And then next to it is a slighter, fatter version. It's just funky. It's really cool. Oh, geez, look at this 700 Nitro. Look at this thing. That is a massive, massive round. Look, I would buy, if it was just this section of the actual size, I would love that. And look, they even go into shotgun shells in the back here, okay, showing the different gauges. I think just that in a pamphlet would be awesome for any gun shop right on their counter, just for conversation piece, something to look at, and something to reference when you're talking about ammo. Now this gun has sections in it that I did not even read yet. Every single day since I've had this, I've glanced at it and I've looked through. I've picked certain rounds. They tell you everything you need to know about a round. Every single thing. Let me get something more, let's see, more common. They also talk about expansion here. They talk about in depth the difference between Full Metal Jacket and hollow points. They go into some history here. You know, key players in the gun scene over the years, different machinery, technology. This thing is ridiculous. I mean, let me see how many pages this book is. It's almost 1,000 pages. There's page 945. And it goes into showing some of the vintage ammunition box logos and stuff like that. So if you're into, there's a whole section here even in pellet gun stuff, pellet gun rounds. There's a little bit of everything for everyone. Okay, this whole back section here is, like I said, just different ammunition companies and of today that are currently in service, as well as ones that are no longer around. So you get information if you are into collecting ammo. Because I know there are people out there who collect ammo, you know, old ammo boxes and stuff. It's a fantastic book. It gives you it's literally every single thing you would ever need to know or want to know about every round ever for any gun. It's really fascinating. I happen to really like this book a lot. I loved this book. And there are some new additions in this. Like the old one didn't have anything about the pellet gun stuff. It didn't really have any history. Well, I shouldn't say that. It elaborates more in history on the 4th edition here. Of course, the section I showed you with the real size rounds is fantastic. There's so much knowledge in here. You can look at this every single day and still not grasp a quarter, not even 5% of what's offered as far as knowledge in this book. And there's a section here as well with obsolete ammo that's failed, ammo that they've used in the past that just didn't work, ammo that used to be around before, you know, modern day firearms that you never even heard of. It's really fascinating. I would say this book really is a must-have for a couple people. People like me who have an interest in guns but only have a very small collection. It's purely novelty. I like having it just for a reference book. And I have referenced this 3 times since I've owned it. And the old one I've referenced probably a dozen times. People have sent questions that I had no idea. And I would break this open and it's literally my ammo encyclopedia. The new one, it's just so vast with the information that's in here. It's ridiculous. But I really think that if you're a gunsmith, no questions asked. You should own one of these. You should be ashamed if you don't. If you're a gun shop owner or something, fantastic reference in general. Any kind of gunsmithing, I think it's interesting. I think if you have a large enough gun collection, it'd be a fascinating piece in your gun library. And of course, if you're just a firearms guy in general and you have like a man cave and you have a little library going on, how can you not have the ammo encyclopedia in it? I just think it's really cool. It's extremely fascinating. And like I said, with my limited gun experience in general, every single thing I look at in this book it's all new to me. Everything. It's amazing. And I mean, I don't even know what these charts are on. I have to look at it. I'm looking at it right now, and honestly, this is all these charts are all the velocity ballistics. It looks like for every stinking round ever. So you can see what the velocity is on all these different cartridges. Let's see what the breakdown is here. Velocity at the muzzle, at 100 yards, at 200 yards, at 300 yards, at 400 yards, at 500 yards. And then of course the energy in foot-pounds at the muzzle and at 100 yards and at 200 yards for every stinking caliber ever. All this information at your fingertips for reference. Look at this. I'll never look at those pages. I'll maybe reference one or two for novelty or if someone asks me. But it's just, honestly, like I said, it's a must-have for gunsmiths and people who are very much in the gun hobby. It's extremely fascinating. I love it. It's fantastic. This is currently my coffee table book. I have it literally on my coffee table. And when I'm sitting around and there's nothing on TV, or if I'm in between making videos and I want to relax a little bit, have a cup of coffee, break this thing out. Also, awesome bathroom material. You can really settle in on a very comfortable number 2 with this beast in your lap. But be careful, because your legs certainly will go numb. It's worth it. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Like I said, huge fan of the first one, and the second one is everything with an addition of more awesomeness. So that's all. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.